Okay, hi everyone. All right, so the second program is name and initials. Let me just edit this a little bit. All right, so I'll start coding from the top instead of from the bottom because I don't know, it looks good that way. I think, I think I have more space when I do that too. So the second program is name and initials. It shouldn't be too hard. It should be straightforward, just like the other one, the first one. Okay, so write a program that has the following string variables: first name, middle name, and last name. All right, initialize these with your first, middle, and last names. The program should also have the following char variables: first initial, middle initial, and last initial. Store your first, middle, and last initials in these variables and display the contents. All right. So it shouldn't be too hard. So it wants us to store our names in a couple of variables, including our initials, and then display it. All right. So first thing I'll do is I'll create the class, public class, and I'll call it name and initials. And then I'll create the main method. Okay, and then I'll declare the variables. So the first variable is going to be our first name. So it's going to be a string first name. Then again another string to hold the middle name. I think, yeah, the middle name. Oops. And then another string to hold the last name. Okay, so now we're going to declare the variables to hold the initials, and those are going to be char variables. So char, I'll call it first initial, char middle initial, and then char last initial. Okay, so now we're going to store our names. We're going to give them actual values. We're going to store our names in there. So first name, I'm going to put my name, let's say. Well, actually, that's my first name. All right, I don't have a middle name, so I'll just put a blank, but you can put your middle name there. That's all right, and then I'll put my last name. Alright, so my first initial, now it's going to be, well, just so you know, char variables go with single quotes. So first initial is going to be A, middle initial is going to be nothing, and last initial is going to be, I'll use a D. So now we have the value stored in these variables. All we have to do is just display them. So System.out.println. I'm just going to say full name, and I'll concatenate it with the names. So it's going to be first name concatenated with a space, and then concatenate it with the middle name, with another space, and then another last name. So now we have the full name printed. Let me just put ln here so that we can have a line break after this statement. Without ln, just prints the line, but then it doesn't put a line break. So anything you put after that will just continue on the same line. But using ln would put a line break right after the statement. So I just put another print statement to print the initials. if that's actually, I'm just gonna write initials, and then I'll just do first initial, and I'll concatenate with a period, because so that it prints like a dot, something dot d. All right, so in this case it's going to be first initial dot, well, I don't have a middle initial, so I mean, why use it? So okay, I'll just do my first and last. So first initial with a period and my last initial, so concatenate it with the last initial. Alright, so yeah, I think we're done. Let me just put a comment here so we know what we're doing. So print out details. My typing is not the best. Okay. Alright, so I think we've done it. We've created the variables, we've put values in there, and we've displayed it. So let's go ahead and compile it, and I'll name it. Alright, so because I created a class with the name, and initials, when I was saving it, it automatically put that there. So I'm going to navigate to the folder where I created the Java files. That's going to be on the desktop. Alright, so I'll create another folder, and then I'll call it name and initials. I should put the numbers there so I can also see the numbers. So I'm going to put, I'll fix that later. Alright, so name and initials, I'll create that, and I'll save the files here. Alright, so we have an error. So what is it saying? Empty character. Okay. I just put a space in there for now. I'll compile it and work. So I'll go ahead and run it, and it prints out, it works. Alright, it looks like there are 2 spaces here, but that's because, where is it? We have 1 space here. Oh, that's because of, yeah, the space. So let's see. So it was because of the space here. Alright, so I removed it, and then let me just show you. I removed it, and then because we don't need a space before our middle initial, so I removed it, and then that fixed it. So yeah. Okay, so this was pretty straightforward. It wasn't too hard, and I hope you understand it. So that's it. I'll see you next time with the next program. Have a good day. Bye.